different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired? You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yellow, 180!
Mike, 3 bud.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 37. Christian Travis.
56 to Mike. 56.
Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Kirkpatrick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
Switch. Check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Hey, 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Wahoo! Mike's 50. It's a party now. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Kirkpatrick. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go, boys.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Ready, set. We two jet bombers. Hey, foxtrot. Step.
From the gun, Kirkpatrick. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Yellow. Deuce. 49. Check 49. Chance.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go. Go! Mike, 54!
Operating from the gun, Kirkpatrick. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Kirkpatrick under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kirkpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Mike 59. Nice 7. Let's go. Check 59.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Don't get nervous. Hey, 57, 57. Watch the end. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left, and he's going to go down again. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Haywood. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, walk 54, walk 54. We own it.
2nd and 10. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Right there, 54, Mike. Mike, 54. Mike, let's go.
To throw on 3rd down, Kirkpatrick, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Check 4.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Switch it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
I got you, boy.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back to throw. Kirkpatrick looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Go. Mike, 53. Mike.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, check white 47. Check white 47. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 47's the mic. 47. Exit. Now watch run. Watch run.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
14. 1st down, New Orleans.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hard.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Ready. 70, Indy. 6-man. Check curls. Go. Mike 5-4. Yeah. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, Delta. Watch the screen. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kirkpatrick. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check 52. Watch out. Check 15. Check the go.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch his flat. Watch the safety creep. Check safety. Leo. Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 59. Yellow. Mike the 59. He's scared.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And Thomas has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, New Orleans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set 60 Pittsburgh. 54. Hey, watch the slant. Fire.
Off the bootleg. Kirkpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go too.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes going for the deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 39 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Echo. March 47. March 40.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's caught by Parker. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On second down now, Muhammad. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
And to give this time to the tailback. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, watch that. Watch out. Check, Mike. 54. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Looking to throw. Kirkpatrick. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 54th must get it.
Off the bootleg. Kirkpatrick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes taking it deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kyle Van Noy in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check 28. Sam on. Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 70, Indy. All right, T, let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Look at me. Go. Defense.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Down. 50. Plant. 54. Guard.
Yeah, let's get second.
Side.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies
and gentlemen,